Welcome back to the channel. And I know it's getting toward the end of the year, so you may be in a space where you're looking back and saying that, I didn't complete everything that I wanted to do this year. Don't be discouraged. I'm here to encourage you. You're not alone in this. And so we're going to talk about a few things that will help you encourage yourself. Let's jump right into this one. I'm Adrian from Adrian's Avenue, and I talk about things that will help you make better decisions to a better life. That's what we're going to do today. When I tell you we've all had thoughts of giving up over the past year, when we look back to see that we haven't accomplished everything that we wanted to do, maybe some things we had written down and really worked hard at it, it became very challenging and we just didn't get to the mark where we wanted to meet. We've done it. Even during the year, it's been challenging, and sometimes you think, maybe I don't want to do this, maybe I want to throw in the towel and just stop completely. But I'm here to tell you, you're stronger than what you think you are. You push through those times, and you can push through these times at the end of the year, especially when we look back to see how much we've accomplished over the past 12 months. Look at yourself from last year to see where you were at this point, and this year. We may have not met paying off all the bills we wanted to. We may not have met the goal of saving the amount of money we wanted to. We may not have done a lot of things, but there are a lot of things that were smarter. And if we took action, we actually did it. So what do you do when you feel like you want to give up? Some of us have read the Bible story about David. There are songs out about encourage yourself. But what is encouraging yourself all about? And I would say one of the things that you want to start with is go ahead and look back over the past 12 months to see those accomplishments that you've made. Write down those successes that have occurred. Everything was not doom and gloom. You've accomplished some things that you've probably forgotten about. And go and review those things, because you're better now than you were in January. I can almost guarantee you that. But write down those things and look at those things that you've overcome. Small challenges, large challenges, things that you wanted to do that you did get accomplished. Don't discount yourself, because you've done some things. You're better than what you think you are. And if you focus on the things that you didn't get accomplished, that's what's bringing you down in this moment. So let's reflect back over those successes that we've had in the past 12 months. Another thing that I can highly recommend that I use myself, I use it personally myself, is positive affirmations. We get so much negative energy and negative news coming in to us by listening to the news, by looking at TV. We're just inundated with negativity, and sometimes we don't even know it. But what we can do to help ourselves is to read about positive things and say positive affirmations. I've left in the link on most of my videos 2 books that I've written about positive affirmations. One is 21 Days of Abundance Affirmations, and the other one is Increase, a 21-day journey. I wrote both of these, especially for the spiritual people. They have scripture in them that will back what I'm saying in them. It's a 21-day program that you actually read 1 or 2 pages a day. Very simple. You wake up in the morning and you read it. It's actually instructions in the book how to do this. People have got the books, they've applied this, and things have changed around for them in a positive way. Things happening that they never thought would happen. By focusing on positivity instead of negativity, we have to protect our minds, we have to protect our hearts and souls from what's coming in, because if we don't, there's something else out there that's wanting to come in and make us negative, and we don't want to be negative. So you encourage yourself by positive affirmations. Try this technique. I'm telling you, it works, and it will help you change your attitude totally. Another thing you want to do is watch who you hang around. If you're hanging around people that are negative, it's impacting you, whether you know it or not. I know sometimes when I was working at the job, I would complain with a group of folks, and we'd all gather together and complain. And we were complaining about stuff to ourselves, but instead of complaining to the person or telling the person that needed to change or something that we didn't like, we didn't tell it to the person that needed to hear it. We would complain amongst ourselves, and it would just become a big complaining session. that carries on, because once you leave that session, that's still in your head. And when you see them again, you may bring it up. It just leads to more negativity. You want to stay away from folks that complain the most. You know, that's negative energy coming your way, and you don't need to be around it. It will only bring you down. Believe me, it'll bring you down. So sometimes you have to walk away. Sometimes you just need to say, I'm not participating in this. I have something else to do. Nicely, but let them know that's not what you're interested in, you know, the gossip and the negativity. But you're protecting yourself and encouraging yourself to be a better person, to be a more positive person. And this will reflect in how you feel, how you present yourself to others, and you'll just feel better about yourself. So watch for positive affirmations as well as dismissing yourself from negativity. Another thing that I would encourage you to do is for the setbacks that you had this year, and I had some myself. I had goals in real estate that I did not meet, and there were setbacks. But when I look at them, I want to learn, take the opportunity to learn and grow from those things that I did incorrectly, because it was on me. And there were some things that I did wrong. And so I'm looking at them and see how I can improve. How can I grow from that? What inconsistencies did I have? What are the things that I didn't do? And I can share with you one thing that I know I didn't do. You can't get more clients and customers in real estate by being at home. You have to get out to the public. You have to meet people. You have to talk about real estate. You have to wear your badge. There's certain things you have to do, because you can't be a secret agent and sell houses. That was number one thing that I learned. You know, I couldn't rely on people just bringing me clients in. It was something that I needed to do for myself, and it's making me a better agent. I'm getting out there, meeting people and letting people know what I do, and it's bringing in clients for me. So these are things that we need to sit down and just analyze. Where did we go wrong? What can we do better? Ask other people, what did they do? Watch other people, see what they did, and see what you can do to help with not making that same mistake next year. So you analyze the setbacks, just don't dismiss them completely. Analyze them, and then don't hang on to them. Once you've learned the lesson, once you've grown in that area, you can let them go and do better for 2024. Now's the time in the video where we all can participate. Hit that like button and that subscribe button so that you can stay up to date on the latest information as it becomes available to you, and make a comment. I'd love to hear from you before the end of this year. Now let's jump back in. Why don't we reevaluate the goals that we had for 2023, just to make sure they were realistic, and take a little bit of the pressure off of yourself. Let's say that you wanted to save $10,000 and you only were able to save $5,000, where you're halfway there. Put a plan together to save the other $5,000, or maybe for next year, you set the goal at $7,500, whatever seems realistic to you. But don't beat yourself up about not making the goal. Make sure the goals are manageable and something that you can actually accomplish. Now, don't set them too low that you know that you'll get it without any effort. You want to push yourself. Just like in real estate, I'm pushing myself to help a certain amount of families this year, more than I did last year, but it's going to be a stretch goal for me. And I know if I do what I'm supposed to do, I can do it. Sometimes, and this is a nugget here, if you start moving in the direction that you're supposed to go, things will start to show up on your behalf. Believe me, because I'm saying, how did I get that deal? How did I get this deal? I started walking in the direction that I needed to be going in. And when I did that, things start to show up on my behalf. I call it, it's a God thing, but for some of you that may not believe in God, you can call it whatever you want to. But things start to show up when you move in the direction that you're supposed to do. You do your part and the other part will come. There are certain things we can control and certain things we can't control. I don't necessarily dwell on how it's going to be done. I dwell on what Adrian needs to do to get it there. And as long as I'm doing what I need to do, I'm moving in that direction, and the pressure is off of me. A couple of days, I heard Eric Thomas E.T. say that he was given a story about he was going to make a speech at a college campus, and I think his son told him it was going to be a tough speech or a tough college campus to go to, and his son told him good luck. And he turned around and told his son that I don't need luck because I have my why. So when you have your why, you know to keep going, because the why, why ever you're doing this, don't forget it. There's a reason that you're doing what you're doing. There's a reason that you put the goals down that you did. The why has to be bigger than giving up. It's got to be bigger than quitting. There's no quit when the why is big enough that you have to keep pushing forward. So I love that quote when he said that. It just couldn't leave my mind. I kept hanging on to that. I don't need luck because I have my why. And once I get my why in place, if my why is to make sure my parents live out the best lives that they can in their old age, that's my why. That's why I keep going. And I won't give up until that's completed, that's done. Your why could be something else. You know, I have a couple of whys, but my whys are why I won't give up and I will continue to move forward. So I won't give up, and I'm encouraging you to get that why. Revisit why you started out on the journey anyway, and then you will get strength and power from your why and keep going. You don't need luck. Not giving up makes us take baby steps. Don't give up, but just move to the next level. Take a baby step there. Move in that direction. A little step here, a little step there, and you will finally get to where you need to be. Don't beat yourself up. The baby steps work. The way you eat an elephant is one bite at a time. We've always heard that. So take those tiny steps, little steps, small steps, tiny steps. I don't care what you call them, but continue to move in the direction that you need to go. Even if it's a small step at a time, you're progressing and you're accomplishing things. And when you're at the end of next year, you can look back to see how far you've moved from that spot, even if you have to take baby steps. The last thing that I will tell you is to be kind to yourself. You're not Superman. You're not Superwoman. You don't have an S on your chest. Do what you can and be kind to yourself. You're only human. But don't get down when things don't go your way. Don't get down, and please, if it means anything to you, do not give up. Just spend the time going through the video, look at the things that we've talked about, especially those positive affirmations when you get down, so that you will continue to meet that journey head on, because there's a lot of folks that's rooting for you. There are a few on the sidelines that don't want you to make it, but there are more rooting for you on your behalf than you know. So you can do this. Be encouraged. Encourage yourself. Do the positive affirmations. Think on the things that you've done well. Take the baby steps. Just use everything that we've given you in your toolbox, and you can do this. Don't give up.